Hello there, this is Cookies. I've got turn 67 of EA Machaka. So let's go ahead and jump into it. It's time for the Throne Rush to get into action. So we got some death gems. Still doing remote site searching. I'll have to go over some of that. We found a Well of Pestilence, which gives us, I think, a couple of death gems. Or one death gem, I think. And death scales. Some more transmute fire, some more Twiceborn. Alright, and let's jump into the fight. So first up, Dragon Scale Mountains, we have Berytos' Thug. So he's doing damage reversal, gift of formlessness, blessing, mist form. No expense being spared. He's got a tremendous kit. Fur here has a charcoal shield, flesh eater, an iron face, the bloodstone armor from Bogus that gives more regen and a bunch of hit points. Boots of the Messenger, a snake ring, and a ring of regen. So I think he's up to 20% regen. And you can see what he's going into. It is a tremendous number of fire snakes. There's these scorpions with death poison, so hence all the poison resist. A lot of heavy infantry, and there's a big Fire 7 Earth 5 mage here who can potentially petrify, and a Flame Spirit here with an Axe of Hate, and a Scutata Volturnus for lightning damage, which could also be risky. So let's go ahead and see the buff cycle here. Battle Fury. Summon Earth Power. Reinvigoration. You see the Will-O-Wisp coming in hot. Alright, so what are we looking at here? So he's got Liquid Body, he's got the effects from that, he's got Fear of 5, Regen 20, 25 Fire Resist, 30 Poison Resist, which is enough to defend from Death Poison. Mist Form, a Fire Shield, he's Berserker 3, he has Battle Fury, so +2 attack skill, +2 morale, he has Damage Reversal, he's got Reinvig 7, he's got our classic Withering Weapons Bless. He's got +4 defense from that bless as well. He's already harassed down from the Will-O-Wisp, though. You can see just how many pack around. But he is 90 hit points, 31 protection, 17 MR, and has a 36 damage Flesh Eater. So he's ready to go. He's doing Temper Armors now, which I think puts him up to 32 protection. Iron Will. So now he's up to 21 MR, which is good. So getting over 20, probably to like 21, 22 is pretty good for avoiding some of that stuff like Petrify. Alright, and here we go. The new waiting mechanic now means the Solar Serpent has waited through all of his minions, and he's come in for the one-on-one duel. So he's got 10% regen himself. He's got 25 fire resist. His own fire shield, his own battle fury. He's already got a chest wound though from getting hit by the Melkart, and he has Awe 3, which the Melkart could end up respecting at 17 morale. So let's see how the duel goes. Withering weapons. Obviously, it's going to do a lot of work here. Definitely not sarcasm. It's down to 84. A fair amount of this stuff has started routing, along with the fire snakes so far. Yeah, he's just got the one axe, so it does take a while for him to kill things with the flesh eater. Now the horned serpents are backing out, and he's I think the army's HP routed now from all the fire snakes leaving, so I think the rest of the stuff is about to leave as well. A lot of these scorpions, I think, got fatigued out by the heat auras. They don't have any fire resistance, which is a little weird. Maybe 5 would be good for big old scorpions. Alright. So, in terms of replay bugs, not significantly different. So, Milcart does indeed end up winning. So we win our first fight. Then we have Roygar incoming. So this is the Berytos main army. So he's got a whole bunch of nightmares with their fear effects. He has a troop of Shed, a lot of Shed, and then a number of Draconians. And he's got 2 Milcarts for this fight. He's got Bullfree, who's doing Earth buffs. He's up to Earth 4. And we've got the King of the City with a Mirage Crystal for Veil Army. And we've got the Bride in Waiting. And we've got another Bride in Waiting with Blood 3. This one's got a Rainbow Armor and a bunch of Air Gems. So we should be able to see a lot of the magic that False God has been researching. Over here we have the Anunnaki of the Sky. He's been horror marked. Doomglaive, Flying Carpet, Ring of Levitation, a bunch of Springhogs, a bunch of Enkidu. Let's go ahead and see how it goes. So right off the bat, we have Gift of the Furies, we have Thunder Ward, Storm, Rush of Strength. All right, and over here on the other end, we have Arrow Fend, which is not going to protect you from Shed. And Blood Rain also going up for a fear effect. We have Arrow Ward, which will be useful for Berytos versus all those Enkidu archers. You can see Arrow Fend went up. And what is the arch guy doing? Gift of the Fairies? Okay. You can see we're risking globals on this too, and this might be our second, this is our second Suncaster probably. We were okay risking second Sun here, because if we lose this Throne Rush, we also want there to be fear-mongering over Niflheim for having Illwinter up, especially if we lose second Sun. We're putting up Steel Slice Warriors, which should do a great job at slicing right through a lot of this stuff. What has this guy been doing? So, oh, he's about to put up Fog Warriors, which is impressive. And in terms of battlefield enchantments, we have that Storm and Blood Rain. Let's see. Is he still casting? Living Clouds is affected by Fright, but he did cast Fog Warriors. Did he? It's not looking like he did. Alright, it does look like... Oh wow, a lot of these guys. Alright, maybe... I don't know, that's kind of weird. Fog Warriors kind of casted but didn't go off. You can see the Shed are just deleting people. We've got Falling Fires, Leech, Gift of Formlessness, and let's go ahead and watch the melee combatants now. Lightning hitting so hard it's killing air elementals. Because they only have 15 shock resistance, and these guys are hitting for over 20. So shocking air elementals to death. See the lightning raining down on the Enkidu archers. That should be enough to rout. And let's see what this guy was doing. So supposedly he cast Fog Warriors, and he tried it again. And it should have gone off, but I didn't see it, which is kind of weird. Oh, here we go. Oh, Fog Warriors. Okay. I remember. It's not Dominions 5 anymore. Fog Warriors is AoE 20, so he was doing that rather than something like Army of Mist to cover the whole army. So that's what was going on. Alright. Now the Shed are getting in there. A fair amount of friendly fire. But it's okay because he's won the battle. So we lose 5 Seir, 30 Nightmares, 23 Draconians. None of the Shed. The Shed get score 300 kills, and we do take Droigar, so that's 2 out of 3. And now for the most risky of them all, we have the Grand Army of Machaka, which has failed in pretty much every battle it's ever fought. And we've got 3 blocks of Sacreds. We have our kind of like box formation around the only guy that matters in the whole army as long as we win, which is this guy, Yassini, the King Triumphant. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're facing. So we've got a bunch of militia. They're not a big deal. We have Shade Beasts, also not a big deal. But these Swamp Drakes are. And this Lenomer has a bunch of water and death. So let's go ahead and see what my little box casts. So a bunch of resists. And this guy is now Shock Res 15, Fire Res 15, Cold Res 10, and Poison Res 10. So, yep, that was kind of the goal of that. You can see we've met the Shade Beast. Let's see what this guy's been casting. Fire Resistance, Quicken Self, a little bit of a Thug script. Big Fireball with a big Banishment. You can see the Lion Warriors are getting poisoned to hell up here. Many of them over 100% poison damage. But it's also affecting their militia. And now we're backing it up with all of the Skelly spam. You can see the insane amount of poison stacks we've racked up here. Taking 5, 7 damage a turn. And their stats are horrendous because of it. But they do get in there, they do try to score some kills. Now the long dead are generally immune. So the big thing is we need to be able to kill this Lenomer. Or at least HP route it. You can see the big poison cloud. A lot of the Lion Warriors are leaving if they're not poisoned yet. We've got them fatigued up to 200. Partially that could be due to these sprites. And we do manage to kill it. Let's see what did the work. Final blow was a long dead. Yeah, so just kind of punched it to death. Alright. So we took horrendous casualties, but we do end up succeeding. And yeah, we lose all of our Lion Warriors pretty much. But our King Triumphant lives, and we won the battle. Those are the only two things that matter. We got a bunch of gold, finally, when it doesn't matter. And we got attacked by Ettins in a random province. Okay. So this is GG pretty much. You can see the first 3 red seconds went up in Phrygia. And this removes most of the potential counterplay because it's Lanka and Vanheim are the only ones that don't have a strong Diplo Nap with us. So you can see here. So what that means is now that we've taken these 3 thrones, we can claim we're still going to 3 red seconds them just out of caution. It's you know, the game had just recently been released. There's a lot of bugs. We didn't want people testing to see if they could defeat our stuff using some bug. We just wanted to secure the win. So 3 red seconds is coming out of all of these, and we're going to go ahead and claim. Also building the lab because, and patrolling with everything to even keep them off the fort. So that's the idea there. And yeah, I think that's GG. So we'll go ahead and this turn is when the lobby put it together because we took all these thrones. And so we got the nap end messages, but the game was already decided. So we'll go ahead and jump into next turn, and I'll show the graphs there. But yeah, this one felt pretty good. So let's go ahead and see the final turn, which is turn 68.